This scene from Mulan has a lot of symbolism and foreshadow, especially within the first few seconds. We see a pan of the Great Dragon and Mulan sitting under him. This foreshadows the later scenes when the Great Dragon is sent to Mulan's rescue. It continues on with a pan of Mulan looking down at a puddle of water. This symbolizes the earlier scenes of Mulan singing about her reflection, wondering what her place is.
The large space gives a perception of Mulan's loneliness and lack of defense. Lightning and rain creates an ominous atmosphere which reflects Mulan's agony over the decision she will make. The long shot foreshadows Mulan's isolation from her family.
The scene then continues to move on to her parents in a room having a conversation. The setting is dark and gloomy, while the room they are talking in is lit up. This symbolizes the love Mulan has for her family and home. The pan then moves back to Mulan sitting in the rain. This symbolizes her feeling of misplacement in her home and family because she cannot fulfill her duty.
The yellow color conveys the warmth of family despite the tension between the parents. The distance alludes to how the safety of family will be a distant memory. When the lamp is blown out, it symbolizes the end of a comfortable family life.
After Mulan views the conversation between her parents, the music shifts drastically. This represents Mulan's resolve. Once she enters the temple and prays to her ancestors, this foreshadows to the protection she will receive on her journey.
You can see the foreshadow with the dragon in the beginning of this part, and then her transferring the scroll with the comb, or at least switching it, can show a different side of her, or at least her realizing what she has to do by looking at her parents and finally realizing it. And then the scene of her cutting her hair gives you a different side to her, definitely, because of how she needs to grow and become a new character, and this definitely shows that she is going to evolve into a brand new character as of now.
Once Mulan cuts her hair, the music shifts again. This represents a new era of Mulan and who she will become. By looking up at her father's armor and choosing to wear it, it shows how she is replacing her old self with a new version of herself. By depicting her own horse showing fear towards her, represents how Mulan has turned into a new person that is hardly recognizable. Before she leaves, Mulan turns back to the house, showing a brief moment of hesitance before deciding to continue on anyways and riding her horse off into the rain, choosing difficulty instead of the safety of her own home.